Today we are getting the lineup of shotguns from Fabarm. These guns are no strangers to the circuit shoot. We are taking a look at a few of Fabarm's offerings in the over-under sporting, semi-automatic sporting, waterfowl, and even wing shooting categories. We've linked up with a man who knows anything and everything about these shotguns. If you've ever seen him shoot, he can do it all. He's more than a trick shooter, but he's no trickster when it comes to talking shotguns. Let's get into it with Travis Mears of Defender Outdoors. None of this would be possible without the help of this channel's sponsors and viewers like yourself. Every bit goes a long way when it comes to the realm of YouTube. So I ask that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, sit back and enjoy. If you have questions or want to share your experiences, be sure to post them below. If you enjoy the videos I put out, you might also enjoy the podcasts and the articles I publish. Also, consider clicking that join button below to become a member of the channel for early access to videos and podcasts. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Hey there, Travis Mears here, professional trick shooter, sporting clays shooter, and a big fan of Fabarm and Caesarguini. I get to travel all over the country and shoot sporting clays, and even more fun than that, I get to do trick shooting for crowds. And I never have doubt in my equipment because I get to shoot Fabarm when I'm trick shooting, and I get to shoot the Caesarguinis when I'm on the sporting clays course. And so I'm really proud of the brand, and I want to bring some of those guns to you today. And we've got an extensive line we'll get into in a second, but first I want to tell you about Fabarm. Fabarm's the second largest gun manufacturer in Italy, and they make an extensive line of sporting guns, trap guns, skeet guns, field guns, in all different colors, shapes, sizes, and there's literally a gun for everybody. More importantly than that is the company behind it. Fabarm has set the bar for customer service in the industry, not only with the warranty, but also the service. As a dealer also, I've got a shooting range in Texas in Fort Worth. It's Defender Outdoors, Clay Sports Ranch. We're a dealer, we're also a demo site, and so there's many of those spread out all over the country, which gives the opportunity to go in and see the guns. But as a dealer, what's important to me is when a customer has an issue, I need the company to be able to step up and take care of that customer. And I have no doubt when it comes to Fabarm and Caesarguini. So as a dealer, I'm able to box the gun up and ship it back to the factory. We get a phone call when it gets there, and the gun is back to us in 7 to 10 days. Also carrying other brands, I can't say the same about those. And so as a shooter, I love the people in the office and the gunsmiths that are working on these guns all the time. But as a dealer, just having that confidence that when I send a customer's gun off, it's going to be taken care of in a quick manner and back out, because as a shooting range, I want them to be out there shooting, and they can't without their guns. So Fabarm really sets the bar with that customer service on a day in and day out basis. And so I was talking about the extensive line of guns. We've got a pretty good display of them here. There's many more, and all those can be seen and found on the website or at one of your local dealers. We'll just start with the closest one. This is one of my favorite field guns. This is the Fabarm Elos D2 Elite. And it's got the case colored receiver. It's got the golden birds on both sides, and then the Elite emblem on the bottom. Always comes with pretty wood for like dove, quail. I quail hunted with this gun multiple times this year, and it points extremely good. It's not too heavy for in the field and just goes straight into the pocket. Very comfortable gun to shoot. And I think more importantly, when you have a gun that looks this pretty and you have this much trust in, it's also got a price tag that's reasonable. So beautiful gun, a good representation of the field models at Fabarm. This is the Elite D2. All right, let's go on to one of my favorites. So as a trick shooter, I get to travel around, like I said a second ago. And what I do is I shoot from the hip, behind the back, between the legs, over the head. All the things you're not supposed to do with a shotgun is what I do professionally in front of live crowds. And when I'm doing that, this is the gun I shoot. I shoot the Fabarm Chesapeake. This is kind of a hybrid, in my opinion, between what you would consider a sporting gun and a field gun. Field gun because it's got the composite stock and the camo, but man, it points just like my sporting gun. So I think it's a great hybrid if you wanted a gun that would be able to do it all. For when I do my trick shooting, I've got a 13-round extension that goes out to about right here, and I load that thing up and shoot about 350 rounds in 30 minutes in front of a live crowd, and it's awesome. When I'm in front of a live crowd, as you can imagine, reliability is extremely important, and this gun has really done me well. I throw them, kick them, and shoot them at high rates of speed, and they keep on trucking. This gun's got incredibly fast action, which is important when I'm shooting from the hip or over the head or whatever. And if I miss one, doesn't happen very often, but if I miss one, I've got a quick follow-up shot. The bolt's faster than my finger, so always impressive. Again, if you wanted a gun that could do it all, sporting, skeet, trap, and go to the field, this is a great gun for you. This is the Fabarm Chesapeake. Going on down the line here, this is a true sporting gun. This is a Fabarm L4S, and as far as pointability in a sporting gun, man, I can't say enough about this gun. We've had one in our rental fleet for 6 years now. It gets pounded every day on the range, and keeps on trucking. Same fast action that the Chesapeake's got, little different frame. This frame's not as beefy as the Chesapeake and the XLR5 frame. But I think what's important when I'm looking at these guns is what's inside. So let's take this forearm off real quick. And this one's a little dirty. It's been in the demo fleet today. But there's no plastic, okay? There's no plastic. It's all metal, polished, and extremely smooth. Even when it's dirty, this thing's cycling like a dream. And when it comes to an auto, as you can imagine, they get dirty fairly quick, especially gas operated like this one. But very reliable, semi-auto, easy to shoot. It's also fairly light, and so light in weight and light in recoil, which makes it very comfortable to shoot. All right, let's move on down to an over and under. This gun's only been out for about a year, maybe a year and a half. And this is the Elos N2 RS. My favorite over and under in the lineup, to be honest with you. This gun's got a little extra weight, and as a sporting shooter, we like our guns, you know, 8-9 pounds, and which takes a lot of recoil out when we're shooting long tournaments. And this gun shoots and feels like the Caesar Greeny line. And how they did that was this stock is actually cut off of the Invictus. So same stock dimensions as far as ergonomics go for the stock. It's got a palm swell on the right side. If you order a left hand, it's on the left side. To gain that weight, and I'll talk about the weight in a second, they took the metal all the way back to the frame on the RS, which is a little different from little brother, the first N2. But this gun shoots extremely well on the course. And as far as like fitting, there's adjustability in the cone, but for me, this thing just literally, it goes up perfect every time. So again, this is one of my favorite over and unders in the lineup. And if you were looking for your next gun after whatever you started with, your next gun, and one that would last you an extremely long time, the Elos N2 RS is the perfect gun for you. So let's talk back about Fabarm a little bit. When you buy a Fabarm, you're literally in the Fabarm family at that point. You've got a 5-year warranty on these guns, but at the end of the day, Fabarm is going to take care of you. If you ever have issues 6, 7, 10 years down the road, the way this company operates is they're going to stand behind their gun for the life of the gun, and you have that confidence when you own a Fabarm. And again, I talked about the customer service and the gunsmiths. They're incredible people, and they're easy to get a hold of. You can ship your stuff back to the office in Maryland, but for example, we're at a fairly large shoot right now, one of the largest in the country, and Caesar Greeny Fabarm trailers set up, and people are coming in and getting their annual service, getting the gun gone through. And I recommend doing that every couple of years if you're like high volume competitive shooter like myself. And even if there's nothing wrong, just to give you that extra confidence that your gun's going to be ready to go for the next couple of years. So Fabarm and Caesar Greeny make that very easy by coming to the events. They go to the nationals, the state shoots, they go to the World Championship, the US Open. They make themselves present, they stick themselves out there, and you can walk up, shake hands, talk to them. If you're looking for your first gun or your next gun, I encourage you to go to fabarmusa.com. There's a tab up at the top. It's got your dealer locator, and it's also going to show you the demo sites. And go to those demo sites, call them and see if they have exactly what you're looking for. But it gives you the opportunity to get out on the course and try the gun. And if you can't find one of those demos close to you, there might be one of these sporting clays shoots that you can come to, and the trailer and all the demo guns are there. And all these guns that I've talked about just a second ago, can also be found in the Siren line, which is the female line of shotguns. And Siren makes the stock specific for females, which is a little shorter in the length of the stock and also with the higher comb. And so the Fabarm line, as extensive as it is, it's also available in the ladies line, which is Siren. So I encourage you to get to one of these dealers or demo sites and try out a Fabarm, Siren, Caesar Greeny, any of them. And also, again, I've got my range in Fort Worth, Texas, Defender Outdoors, Clay Sports Ranch. We're just on the west side of Fort Worth, easy to get to. And we've got a full line of Sirens, Fabarms, and Caesar Greenys. And I'd love to spend a little time with you in the pro shop and tell you all about them. And I think just the way that the company treats the people that have their gun and the people that may have their gun in the future says a whole lot about the company. And I'm super excited and proud to be associated with Fabarm and Caesar Greeny.